Welcome to POMCLOSET, guys. Today I'm going to show you how to knit a very simple balaclava or the ski hat or the face mask by using this AddiExpress machine. I have used a machine with many designs, so you can check the other videos out too. There are 46 pecks or 46 needles. Here the yarn slot, the row counter. There is a little peg that you can knit straight or the round piece. Here the rotator, you can do it backwards, forwards. For this project, I will mix between these two yarn. The first one, it's kind of like mixed mohair, 32% with 48% rayon. And the other one is the one in the beige. Here is the yarn. And it has like 75% acrylic and 25% lana wool. You will also need the other two. I'm using the 4mm crochet hook, the pair of cutter, the yarn needle, some stitch markers, and the measuring tape. To start with, I will use two ends of these two yarns. And then you need to cast on from the first stitch, here the black one. There are numbers indicated on top of each needles. And then do the easy cast on by doing zigzag front back like this. Cast on for 46 stitches. That means you need to cast on in every stitches. So just go around like this until the last stitch. Once you get to the last stitch, open the yarn slot, put the yarn back in, and then start to knit. Make sure you clear the rows as well. The first few rows you will have to go slow and make sure you help the yarn to go under each needles. Then keep knitting for 40 rows. Here is the last stitch of row 40. Open the yarn slot, get the yarn out. Then you need to bring the crochet hook. We will need to cast off for 23 stitches by starting from the first black peg. You need to transfer the yarn from the first peg onto the crochet hook. I will also put the stitch markers on this one here. Keep rotating the rotator. Transfer the next stitch. Pull the yarn through like this. There is no chain in between. Rotating the rotator. Next stitch, transfer. Pull the yarn through. Might be a bit tricky. Next stitch, transfer, pull the yarn through, and keep repeating this until you get the total of 23 stitches. Number 23 stitches is here. It will be like halfway around of the machine. After that, put the yarn back onto the stitch number 24. Put the yarn back into the yarn slot and then keep knitting. Once you get back onto this stitch here, there is no yarn, so you will have to do the cast on the same as the beginning by doing the zigzag front back like this until you get to the stitch that has no yarn on. On this one here, put the yarn back into the yarn slot. Then continue knitting. Continue knitting for 60 more rows. You will get the total of 100 rows. Now we need to cast off by using the crochet hook. I will start from the first peg in black, and then you need to transfer the yarn onto the crochet hook. pull the yarn through, chain 1. I will also put the stitch markers on this stitch. Then continue to cast off by rotating the machine. Transfer the yarn onto the crochet hook. It might be a bit tricky on this part here. Transfer, put the yarn through, chain 1. This is for all the cast off techniques. Transfer to the crochet hook, put the yarn through, chain 1. Make sure it's not too tight. And continue doing this until you get to the last stitch. On the last stitch here, just chain 1 and then you cut off the yarn. Then weave the ends in. You will have the shape of the hat so far. We will need to work on this top part of the hat. So here is the end where we have cast on, and try to put these as tight as you can. You can turn to the other side and work on it. Try to get this hole as small as you can. After that, cut off the yarn and then weave the ends in. Then turn the work to the right side, to the knit side. We will work on this part here. Then bring the yarn to connect where you have put the stitch markers on. Reconnecting the yarn. Then pull the yarn through, chain 1. I will do single crochet in every single stitches all the way around this part. Next stitch, single crochet. Keep doing this until you get to the last stitch. Once you get to the side, you just need to repeat a single crochet all the way around. The rest you just need to continue doing with the single crochets. I have also pulled the yarn from the last row to make this part here tighter. Then you need to continue doing the single crochet until you get to the last stitch and do the slip stitch on the first chain to complete this row. I will repeat one more row of the single crochet. At the end of this row, slip stitch on the first chain, cut off the yarn and weave all the ends in. There you go, the balaclava or the ski hat, or you can call it like the hoodie hat, or many names for this. You can actually put the linings inside if you want to. I hope you liked the tutorial, guys. Any questions, please feel free to write down in the comment section fields. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share the pictures of what you've done to my Instagram account. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.